How you doing, everybody? This is another segment of Artie Hoffman, and this week we're going to be talking about relationships and chemistry, honesty, and love. So it's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and it's interesting because love could bring you to your highest highs, or it could bring you to your lowest lows, and it's all about respect. It really is. It's about the respect of love. And like I said, either love is going to help you and support you, or it could kill you. And but it's very important that if you're trying to connect with somebody, all right, on a very deep level, the chemistry has to be there, all right? You could want what you want, and you could be really nice with somebody, or they could be really nice with you, but it's very important to have that chemistry thing going. Okay, and also to always be honest with your partner, especially if, you know, a lot of people have a tendency to maybe boast themselves up to who they are not, or to make them bigger than what they are. And then when the time comes, as the relationship goes deeper and deeper into the situation, it gets harder to try to match up to somebody who you pretended to be. So it's extremely important to be as honest as possible, because if honesty is not at a 9 or a 10, I don't care if your love is at a 10, but if your honesty isn't just as high, the relationship is going to go in the crapper. And that's also for friendships, and that's also, that's also for business relations. And like I said, it's always important to be your true self and to express yourself how you are. And keeping an open communication with everybody is also very important. Because if you're the type of person who has a hard time expressing your feelings, and the other person's always expressing their feelings and you're not, or vice versa, you know, again, it's not going to warrant a healthy relationship. So it's extremely important that you get all your feelings out so that you could express your truth. And like I said, when you're with somebody, you know, you could try to make something happen. And, you know, if you're not feeling it, or if they're not feeling it, know when the show is over. But it's very important that, you know, to understand the chemistry, you know, within the people involved, so that, you know, you could start living in a truthful manner, and things will like manifest itself to be as great can be. But it's very important to always be honest with yourself and be honest with the person. And are you trying to hold on to something that you know is not going to go anywhere? So if anybody is going into counseling, and if one person's into it but the other person isn't, it's not going to work, because it takes two people to dance. Okay, and it takes two people to make it work, and the both of you need to be on the same page. The both of you need to understand each other from each other's perspective. All right, not just from your perspective, but to understand each other from each other's perspective. Now, you're allowed to agree that you disagree, all right? And it's about accepting the other person for who they are. And you might not like everything of who they are or what they represent, but it's about coming to this acceptance so that you could appreciate them for who they are, so that you could deal with the situation or deal with the person because you know who they are. But if you are looking to, you know, try to cuddle with somebody who has the nature of a lizard or a reptile, then you're wasting your time. If you want a cuddly puppy dog, then you need to surround yourself with people who are like a cuddly puppy dog, or a kitten, or a bunny rabbit, whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat. But, you know, and opposites do attract, and there are people who do make it very well, where they're totally different kind of people, but they understand each other and they accept each other for who they are. So it's very important that you stay true to yourself, all right? And the people who love you unconditionally, they're going to stand by your side. And the people who want to judge you with conditions, you don't need them in your life. You just don't. You don't need them in your life. It's a waste of time, and it's a waste of energy. But it's your fault as much as theirs, because you choose to stay in a relationship. You know, if you choose to stay in a relationship, what I mean to say, it's your fault just as much as theirs, because they're dishing it out and you keep on taking it, and you're not making the changes or sacrifices that's going to help make the relationship better. So if things are not going right in your relationship, and it hasn't been like that for a while, it's up to you. Either you make the changes, and it's either going to step up or it's going to step out. But I strongly suggest that you don't get used to being comfortable in the uncomfortableness. And a lot of people choose to do that because of a lot of conveniences involved in just staying in the same relationship. Because people get used to staying in the same thing because they just like, not only do they not want to be alone, not only do they not like changes, but hey, at least I know what I got. And that's not a good enough reason. And what happens a lot of times is that a girl in the relationship, all right, will end up becoming the mother in a relationship rather than being an equal partner, because they're always overseeing or overwatching or telling their spouse what to do, or their partner in life what to do. And the same thing in reverse, if the man ends up, trying to tell you or control you on what you should be doing, and you feel like you're walking on eggshells, then he's more like a father figure than an equal partner. And that's usually not a healthy relationship. So it's very good to have your own self-worth, your own self-freedom, and to be with somebody who you appreciate, to be with somebody who I can't wait to come home and see you. That's a perfect relationship. But it takes open communication, and it takes honesty. Poetically, in songs and in cards, you're my everything, love is all we need. Ain't the truth. You need more than that. And it does take work, and it takes compromise. And if your situation where the people around you or the person around you is not compromising with you, or if you feel it too hard to compromise to make things where it's a win-win situation, then at that point it's time to, make new changes. And it was a great pleasure sharing time with you. I hope you got a lot out of this. And I am Artie Hoffman, your friendly psychic therapist and medium. And I want you to check out artiehoffman.com. You'll love my website. And check out my YouTube and my Facebook. I want you to like everything. And if you want a private session or even have your own Artie party, I'm just as accurate over the phone as I am in person. So just give me a call at 877-ANGEL02, and I look forward to hearing from you. Good luck with everything.